Now, here's your host, Paul Blair.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the Bob Simmons Show. Well, we've got lots of good highlights to look at, so we're going to get right to the action. But, Coach, that opening really says it all.
It says it all. Great victory for OSU. Great victory for the kids. It's a fun time. It was good to sing that song. It was good to see everybody hugging and really coming together. And it was good to see OSU go out and play for 4 quarters and then really savor the victory.
Well, I saw that T-shirt, Build the Foundation, Lay the First Brick. What's the story behind that?
Well, we talked about during the week our trials and tribulations and during these past couple of weeks of how we've been close. And we talked about, aren't we tired of saying that we're always close? Let's go out and really build a foundation and let's lay the first brick. Let's go out and play for four quarters against Missouri and then bring this game home. And that's what the kids did.
Well, once again, another road game for the Cowboys. It was homecoming in Columbia, Missouri, and what a beautiful, beautiful day. It was late in October, still 51 degrees at kickoff here at Farrell Field. Great surroundings for college football.
A beautiful time. This is when I guess they just had a memorial for Coach Farrat that passed away, but it's homecoming. The weather was 60 degrees. We kick off. They kick off to us. We did a great job on the kickoff return this week. That's RW and quarters taking the ball, and we had great field position to start this ball game.
Well, it's taken over the 49-yard line. It looked like they were trying to kick away from RW, but right here, Thompson up the middle for 2 yards on
Thompson
first down.
did a nice job. We came out with an LA play, and then we went to a pass play off of a 3-step drop, and unfortunately got intercepted. But again, Tony was dropping back, and our offensive lineman really got to stay on the line of scrimmage and stop that from being intercepted. Here, you know, this is adversity where it's a sudden change situation. Our defense has got to come out and play well. They started a freshman quarterback in Kobe Jones, and our defense is flying around to the ball. They have early success moving the football, which is a concern of mine. But our point is that we don't want them to let them in the end zone, and you see guys still hustling, getting to the ball. 3 and 4 guys on a tackle here. This is a nice play by, I think that's Lewis Adams.
Good pressure.
Really good pressure and causing them to get in a third down situation. We really blitzed a little bit more in this ball game. But here, a safety's supposed to have this guy in the flat, which led to a short yardage situation, 4th and 1. And in that situation, 4th and 1, we have to be smart. We got to talk at the line of scrimmage for a dummy call. We didn't do that. They got the first down and missed tackles. And one of the things that we talked about in our defensive staff meeting is really trying to come up with better tackling, because that hurt us in this ball game. But we did a nice job stopping the fullback here, and now we're coming up with another blitz. When we're blitzing, we got certain people that are supposed to contain that play, and we didn't get that done, but we did stop them, and we're short of kicking a field goal, and so we're 3 and out, and we come back and then we talk about what we're going to do well. But the key now is that our offense get the ball on the field and respond to a score, which this drive is going to lead to. We looked during the week and talked about a hurry-up offense to get them running. We run a sweep, and then we come back, run a zone play with this is Andre's. This is really the start of Andre's spectacular day here. He really broke off a Teddy play for about 52 yards here, and then we come back and give him the ball again, but Andre had an exceptional ball game for us.
Well, what a great 1-2 punch with Thompson and Richardson here. Good block by Hope. Richardson breaking it back, and then it's just that great running ability, good broken tackle. Right
Great
there.
running ability. Now, what he wants to do now, he's looking for somebody to tackle him, but just get upfield and use his speed. But that was a great run by him. We come back. Tony's doing a nice job of really looking over the defense and making the correct call. I thought he played a good game this week, and give it to Andre again, and he just outrun him to the corner for our first score. And that's the way an offense got to come out and answer a score for a score.
A well-executed drive, a 12-play, 53-yard drive to answer Missouri's field goal. And Oklahoma State takes a 7-3 lead here midway through the first period. Now, Missouri will be back on offense here momentarily. Well, excuse me, after we kick the extra point, make the 7. We always forget special teams and don't mean to slight Lawson Vaughn. He's having a great season.
Special teams are important. Lawson Vaughn did a nice job. But, you know, now we come out on defense, and we start to play some pretty good defense. Anytime our offense scores, it looks like we pick it up. Our momentum is a lot better. We still got guys flying around making tackles here. We're really trying to force a situation where it's 3 and out. We're bringing corners. This is, again, a nice job by, I think this is Norman, Williams, they're called for a illegal pass. Now we force them to kick. Now we got a chance to get our offense back. This is, we need one block to turn the corner. We talk about special teams and punt return. I don't want Andre to retreat, but I think that was G2 critical. He's got to make that critical block. This is a nice goal coming off our goal line. It's really a boot play for us, and Alonzo Mays, who had about 5 catches for 60 yards this week, did a nice job. Critical third down situation where Tony gets that first down and keeps the drive alive.
Well, Tony really did a solid game all day yesterday, not only running the football on the options, but he threw the ball very efficiently. 7 of 10 for 73 yards and a touchdown.
And we had a real nice game plan in for our short routes because based on what they were doing. But we went back to our running game, and this is a personal foul. We tell our kids they got to keep their poise in those tight situations. Here we have a breakdown. Our fullback's supposed to go in the flat, and then Tony tried to improvise and get what he can when that happens.
Only got 3 yards, but a great job of scrambling. Could have been stopped for a big loss, and now we've got Thompson around the left side.
Yeah, we got Thompson running the sweep. We thought that would be a good play for us. It was a hurry-up play. You see, we come to the line of scrimmage and really try to run the play before they get lined up. And we averaged probably, I want to say, 5 or 6 yards of carry on that particular play alone.
Well, first play of the second quarter, and it's a big one for OSU.
Yeah, this is something we did different. We went empty. We had no backs in the backfield, and something that we worked on, and we knew either Alonzo would be open or Andre down the sideline. Tony made a nice throw to keep that drive alive. Here we run an option play off the weak side. He needs to stay up and score, but we eventually score with David with a hard 4-yard run for a touchdown.
Well, good job of controlling the football. It seems like Tony is running the option more effectively as we're getting into the middle and latter parts of the season.
Well, that's a play that we practice a lot during our practice session, and only because Tony's athletic ability allow us to have at least 3 backs in the backfield.
Well, Thompson did get the 4-yard touchdown run, and Lawson Vaughn makes good on the PAT, and Mizzou back out offensively, but a great stand by Oklahoma State's defense.
That's good to see Jamal come in and the secondary backs come up and really break up plays. That's Trent Fisher did a nice job of breaking on this, anticipating the catch, and really fitting the guy up when he caught the ball. That was a nice job. A lot of enthusiasm out there. That's how defense got to play, with a lot of enthusiasm. Here we got a corner stunt here. We got 3 and 4 guys around the football. We got to wrap this guy up because later on he hurts us. We force him to kick in a punting situation here, and the ball he really shanked it. It came off the side of his foot, and now we have great field position.
Well, Oklahoma State takes over in great field position. First down, Thompson around the left side for 4 yards.
Great. That's one of the toughest 4 yards you'll see. David really doing a great job of running the ball, running hard, and really being here's a quarterback draw for us, which I thought we were going to get more out of the play. Fortunately for us, we got a face mask call, which really kept the drive alive, but it stalled, and we settled for a field goal by Lawson Vaughn.
Well, that gave us a 17-3 lead. Now, Missouri got a late turnover and wound up getting a short drive to make it 17-10 at halftime, but a very productive first half for Oklahoma State. Really dominated the football game if it wasn't for the 2 turnovers. But we will be right back to take a look at the second half action after this timeout. Welcome back to the Bob Simmons Show. And, Coach, a really fine performance in the first half. Really controlled the entire tempo of the game. If it wasn't for 2 turnovers, how did the team feel?
Well, we talked about being in control of that ball game, and we felt other than the 2 turnovers that we were in control. We thought that we were moving the ball on offense and that we were playing some consistent defense. And we just didn't want to hand them the football. We talked about not turning the ball over, not making the mental mistakes, and really just going out and executing. And then, the halftime, we had a lot of confidence, and we just wanted to come back out and really pick up where we left off at. The defense had to start the second half, and we really, again, talked about really trying to 3 and out. Here we got a chance on a scramble by the quarterback. Really, it should have been a loss. Great effort by the quarterback turned this into a great scramble, but really poor tackling by our defense.
Had pressure on him, and of course Mizzou down in the red zone, and they've got to find tailback Oliva. Everybody seems to forget that Oliva was Big 8 newcomer of the year last year with Richardson.
I tell you, he had an exceptional ball game, but one of the things that we felt that hurt us in his second half drive was missed tackles. But on the goal line, I think our kids really stiffened up and played tough here. I think this is Josh and this is Norman Williams making good plays. Alamu Bailey, who's on a lot of tackles, and we really made it hard for them to get on the end zone. This is a third down call here, and we got good coverage. The pass was underthrown, but we still had good coverage by the defensive back, which really forced them into a field goal situation.
Well, after Missouri had a 1st and goal at the 4, the defense holds, and the Tigers forced to kick or forced to settle for a 3-point field goal. Now, after another turnover, Missouri had an easy score and jumped out to a 20-17 lead. So here we are in the third quarter, and Oklahoma State returning the kickoff.
I tell you, what we tried to our kickoffs, we really had great field position for our offense to start, and we give the ball to Andre, and see they scored, and they really tried to take the momentum, or did take the momentum for us. So we have to answer, and this is a great run by Andre, doing a nice job of staying on his feet. He should have just scored here, but I think he stepped out of bounds on the 3-yard line, and I asked him about that. He says, "Coach, I thought I scored," but this is a great run. This is a great athletic run, great spin on the line of scrimmage. He was just trying to get the first down, and because of the type of runner he is, the explosiveness and the speed that he does have, he turned what it was a 5-yard gain into probably a 35, 40-yard run.
Actually wound up getting 52 yards on the play. Great speed and quickness, but his strength is really surprising.
Well, again, he's a compact, short-built guy with very muscular body, muscular leg. This is a great run. It started inside, and everybody bunched up. And he's got the great quickness and great vision that most backs have to bounce this play on the outside.
So Missouri, after a turnover, took a short-lived 20-17 lead. The very first possession Oklahoma State had the football took them 2 minutes and 26 seconds to march down the field and regain the lead, and now the defense back on the field.
And that's a sign of a real good football team when your offense can go on the answer. Now your defense comes back and really playing aggressive. Here we're in a man coverage. We've got to be a little bit more disciplined when we're in man coverage. When we have a guy, we should make sure we stay on him. We force him to punt here, which is a 3-and-out. We give our offense a chance to go back on the football field. This is a safe call, and I think Trent made a nice decision not to catch that ball. But we start the fourth quarter, we're up 3. Our offense get the ball back, and here's Andre again, and really having an exceptional ball game, running hard here, making great cuts. Again, he comes out the gate here and does a nice job.
Another 11-yard there. Andre on the day, 17 carries for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And again, he's finding the creases. He's going north and south, east and west. We're trying to get him to go north and south more so on east and west, but he's got good vision here. He makes the right decision. He's a darter, and he's doing a great job. Ball security is important, but rather than running east and west, we wanted him to try to get up the field.
Well, after the successful rush there by Richardson, we come back with a pass to Mays over the middle.
This is a nice call here off our Tar Heel play. Nice touch by Tony. He's been doing that the whole ball game, but it really kept our drive alive here. Now we're running inside. This is David back in the game running hard. Tony really made some good decisions. This is a 3rd and 14 call, and it's good to see Sean Love, a young freshman, step up and make this play.
Well, that quick screen we've seen work earlier in the year to McQuarters and executed perfectly by Sean Love, and good blocking downfield by the offensive line.
Good blocking downfield, and we needed 14, and he made it by 1 yard.
Now we're looking at first down. No, yes, we are looking at
first down. And this is David's really running hard here. I think he got hit on the shoulder and had to come out, and now we're back running an option play. Then we go back inside to Andre, and he really plows down to the 2-yard line, almost gets in, and Tony got his bell rung here on a quarterback sneak. It's 4th and 1. We talk about it on the sideline. You can see Tony sitting down here, and only because he was dinged. We come up with our waggle play here. Great execution. He had 2 options, either run or pass, and we had 2 guys open, and a real nice soft pass to Alonzo. And we felt at that particular time that we needed a score. We needed to go up by 10 rather than kick a field goal, and they were playing the sneak, and good call at that particular point. We go up by 10, and now it took 2 touchdowns to beat us.
Really did a great job of selling the play fake. The play fake worked well when you see 4 white jerseys in the picture and only 1 black
That's
jersey.
Right. That's right.
Well, of course, Lawson Vaughn makes good on the PAT in Oklahoma State with a 10-point lead here, but Missouri has the football late in the fourth quarter.
But I tell you that when your defense comes back on the field with that kind of momentum, they're playing hard. We really want to force a 3-and-out situation. Our kids are playing with a lot of zip, a lot of spirit here. You see a lot of guys around the football. I think that's Tabor LeBlanc and that's Low Green, Billy Stone. That is Billy Stone. And we end up forcing a punt after this situation here. Good throw, but you can see there's 3 or 4 guys always around the ball, and now they punt. Now we got a chance to really run down the clock here.
Well, we talked about earlier in the year trying to play 4 quarters of football, and a lot of it was attributed to the fact we had a young team. But I'll tell you, Coach, since the break, since the off week, they've come out and played 2 real solid football games.
Kids have started to play with a lot of confidence and a lot of belief that they can win. Again, we can't have dumb mistakes on the special teams like we just saw on the clip here. But now what we got to do on offense is really use that clock up and run down. And here we give the ball to Andre again, an off-tackle play, and he's doing an exceptional job. And I think that's Andre again. And what we wanted to try to do is run that clock down. This is a 2nd and 5 call here where they're in man coverage and the receiver adjusted, but now it puts us in a 3rd down, which we didn't make it. We had to kick the ball back, and now I think they got about 3 minutes to go down and really try to score. My feeling now is really what we should do is just go ahead and play our base defense and really jam. Unfortunately, we let them go down and score. They kick an onside kick. This is a smart thing. We knocked the ball out of bounds. There was some discussion about this. I don't know why, but our kids did the smart thing, try to knock it out. Because we couldn't handle it, and then it's our possession.
And Oklahoma State comes away with a Big 8 road win, 30-26. And Coach, just how pleasant was that plane ride coming back?
It was pleasant. It was quiet, but the kids were all talking, were all elated, and really felt good about the victory. It was a long time coming. I was just very happy for the players because of how they played and learning to play together as a football team. We put the whole thing together, and we're just looking forward for better things in the future for our program.
A lot of good performances individually, and we'll be back to take a look at the Cowboy Coaches Honor Roll after this break. Welcome back to the Bob Simmons Show. Of course, after each and every game, the coaches break down the films and select what they call the Cowboy Coaches Honor Roll. And Coach, what about this week's performance?
Well, this week when you play a game like we did, there's a lot of exceptional performance. Andre Richardson again, 171 yards. Alonzo Mays, 5 catches for 60 yards on offense. They played terrific. Our defense, our Alamu Bailey had 17 total tackles. We thought that this was one of his better games all year. And then our special teams, Greg Ivey averaged 48 yards. It really put us in gave us great field position on defense. Our rookie is Adam Davis, who we think is going to be an excellent player for us in the future. And then our scout team player is Pat Hullum, who's played number 9 for our offense, really did a nice job.
Well, after this timeout, we'll be back to take a look at a scouting report on next week's battle versus Iowa State. Be back. Welcome back to the Bob Simmons Show. Well, Coach, great performance this week, but now the Pokes on the road again, this time traveling to Ames, Iowa.
Yeah, we got to go to Ames, Iowa and play Dan McCurney's football team. And when you talk about Iowa State, I think you really got to talk about Troy Davis. He's having a sensational year. He's leading the nation in rushing. He's a great football player in his own right, and they're going to be a tough football team up there. They've played Colorado and they've played Oklahoma tough at their field, and at home they're a tough football team. So we got to go in there, and again, we got to execute. We got to do things right for us to come out with a victory.
Coach, thanks very much. Congratulations this week. Good luck next week. And folks, thank you all very much for joining us. We want to invite you back again next week as Oklahoma State travels to play Iowa State. Good night, everybody.